realise the genetic potential of crops. We've teed up with Fire Australia under the GRDC Optimising Irrigated Grains project to just have a look at that. Damien, what is the focus of the canola research that's happening here as part of that project?
We're probably looking at a few of the facets and going back to some of the basics of canola agronomy. So we're trying different nitrogen rates. We're also looking at applying nitrogen at different timings, also playing with populations, and also comparing flood irrigation to sprinkler irrigation.
I know in here you have seed rates from 20 to 80 plants per metre squared, both on a TT and a Roundup Ready. I can see the difference between the Roundup Ready and the TT, but I can't pull out the seeding rates. Are you getting good compensation in these blocks?
Yes, initially you could definitely see the difference in the populations, but as time's progressed, we've seen the crop effectively compensate for that lower seeding rate. We've been monitoring canopy and also dry matter production, and overall, as a very broad statement, that yes, that anything above 40 seeds per square metre has resulted in a very similar canopy and a very similar biomass at this time of year.
So we've moved over to the area under sprinkler. We can see that the canola is a lot shorter here, and I can't pick up the differences between the TT and the Roundup Ready. Are you still seeing the same amount of compensation that we saw over in the other block, or are there more differences here where we didn't pre-irrigate?
We're still seeing some compensation to a degree. In terms of comparing this trial alone, yes, the 40 seeds per square metre has effectively grown the same crop as the 80 seeds per square metre. We're still seeing the 20 struggling, and in this trial we've also seen that a little bit of lower population has led a few more weeds into it as well. But yeah, comparing the two trials, we're about a tonne of dry matter behind the trial that was on flood.
And we're also doing a little bit of nitrogen work out here. Are we seeing any differences in that?
Probably is not as many as we hoped. We have got rates here from 0 to 320 on the canola. One of the aspects of this site this year is the high starting N, so that has tended to make up for some losses on make up for the low N rates that we were intending to put out. And visually we see little difference between the 0 kilos per N being top dressed through to the 320 kilos per N top dressed.
Great. Well, thanks for sharing your insights with us, Damien. This trial, as I mentioned, is part of the Optimising Irrigated Grains project. There have been irrigation discussion groups set up that run alongside this research. So if you're really keen to follow the research through as it happens, please get in touch with me and I'll sign you up to your local irrigation discussion group. We'd like to thank GRDC for their funding and for their partnership in this project.